that we'd like to make. First, we wanted to recognize one of the wonderful young people who live in our town who has accomplished a great deal in a short period of time. So I'm going to ask Councilman Mineta if he would come forward and make a special presentation on behalf of the town board.
Thank you, Supervisor. Matthew Wagner, can you come on down? So Matthew has recently attained the rank of Eagle Scout, which is, for those who don't know, Eagle Scout is such a tremendous accomplishment and an honor. It takes many years of dedication and hard work, a lot of support of friends and family to keep going and persevering. And Matt, congratulations on attaining that rank. It's an amazing accomplishment. So a little bit of Matt's project. So when you attain the rank of Eagle Scout, you do a community-based project. So for Matt's Eagle Scout project, he built a patio with pavers and installed a canopy for the homecoming farms at the Sisters of St. Dominic. Matthew guided adult and scout volunteers through the project over 3 days, and I note, in the brutal, dry heat of the summer of 2021. So thank you so much for that. I'm sure your project is appreciated. And we also have a special designation in addition to the proclamation that we are proclaiming Thursday, December 7th, 2023 as Eagle Scout Matthew T. Wagner Day in the town of Babylon. Congratulations. That's for you. You want to say a few words?
Mom and Dad are here.
You could say a few words if you want.
Come on up, Mom and Dad.
Say thank you. It's up to you. Here's your proclamation. There you go.
Thank you very much.
Wonderful job.
Thank you so much.
Oh, thank you. Great job.
Under the seal. Yeah, come on up here. And did you say hello? Oh, Nick, I'm sorry. Nick is from Assemblywoman Kimberly Jean-Pierre's office. So she also wanted to make a presentation. Nick.
I'll keep it short, folks. Sorry for my late arrival here. The Assemblywoman couldn't be here today. She's up at a legislative retreat in Albany, but it would be remiss of our office to not congratulate him on just being a part of the community and making the community a better place. And at the end of the day, participation in government and participation in making things better is the essence of, the community. So thank you and congratulations to you, sir.
We'll do this up here.
Good.
Nick, slide in behind a little bit. Here you go. You're, yeah, good. Perfect. Trees in there, nice. 1, 2, 1 more. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you, everybody. Really appreciate it. Thank you. You too. Happy holidays, everybody. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Good luck with whatever you decide. Take care. Thank you, Mr. Wagner. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Oh, we're gonna leave them here.
Good job. Fire.
So one final presentation we have is for our Employee of the Month. We actually have two employees, but one is not here today. So we'll recognize her at the next meeting when she is available. But we wanted to recognize Employee of the Month for November. And she's definitely no stranger to anyone here. But I'm going to ask Councilman Dwayne Gregory to make that presentation on behalf of the town board.
Thank you, Supervisors. My pleasure to make this presentation to our November Employee of the Month, Kathy Hyde. Please come. Kathy, as you know, she's very much does not like the spotlight, so I'm probably going to have pins and needles put on my chair when I get back to the office. But you know, some of my colleagues and all of my colleagues and I had this conversation about, well, what do we do? We should recognize Kathy, and we put forth the recommendation, and I said in the back of my mind, oh, she's going to really, if this goes through, she's really going to be upset. But we figured she'll suffer through it. But Kathy really does so much, you know, with the Soldier Ride event, with the Wall That Heals event. I mean, she's just she does the work of 5 people. And she does it with a smile. She does it with efficiency. With the Wall That Heals, she coordinated, was it 20 different committees, or, you know, and dealing with various, you know, my schedule and Charlie's schedule, and it really was a work of art to have it come all together, and all the things that you do just every day, and we felt that it wouldn't be right not to recognize your efforts. So we wanted to have you suffer through this little bit of public publicity, but
It's only if you make her speak that she'll.
oh, that's next. You can do that. But thank you for all that you do, and you're the best. Love
Thank you.
you.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
And cookies from Jen Olsheimer.
Oh, thank you so much. Thank you.
They're not for you guys. Did you want to say anything?
Oh, no, thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you, everyone. Thanks.
No, bring the cookies.
Yeah, bring the cookies. Absolutely. Oh, it's coming up. How old will Christopher be? Good?
Yeah, that should be fine. Beautiful. Good. 1, 2. She hates pictures too, so I mean, like, this is really her. There we go.
Thank you. Thanks.
So can I ask everyone to please rise for a salute to the flag? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Please remain standing for a moment of silence. I'd ask that you keep in your thoughts and prayers the brave servicemen and women serving our country, both here and abroad. Thank you. Please be seated. So good afternoon. This is the December 6th, 2023 meeting of the Babylon Town Board. For those of you here for your first time, or if you're watching us on our YouTube channel live on December 6th, 2023 at 3 p.m., you can click on the link on the YouTube channel. That'll take you to the agenda, show you the public hearings that are scheduled for today. There are 11 scheduled. It'll give you the list of the resolutions. If you're interested in addressing the board on any of the resolutions or the public hearings, you should click on the link and send us a comment or a question. One of us will get back to you on that. If you're here in person, like I said, the meeting is divided up into 3 sections. There are 11 public hearings scheduled for today, so if you're interested in addressing the board on any of the public hearings, for that we ask you to fill out a card and file with our town clerk. Second portion is dedicated to the agenda, and there are agendas on the table up front, so if you're interested in addressing the board on any of the items listed on the agenda for that, we ask you to fill out a card as well. And the third portion is the open portion, when residents can come forward and address the board on any matters concerning town government or town services that are not on today's agenda. And also, if you're watching us on the YouTube channel, you can also send us questions or comments regarding any matters that are not on the agenda for today that are concerning town government or town services. So with that, I'll ask the clerk to call the roll.
Councilman Mineta.
Here.
Councilman Martinez.
Here.
Councilman McSweeney.
Here.
Councilman Gregory. Here. Supervisor Schaefer.
And I'm here, so all 5 are present. There is a quorum. So we'll go right into the public hearings. And the first public hearing is a public hearing in reference to amending Chapter 2, Article 4, Section 2-8, Town of Babylon Uniform Code of Traffic Ordinances. I don't have any cards, so I'll take a motion from Councilman Mineta, second by Councilman Martinez. To close and reserve, all those in favor? Aye. Opposed? Hearing is closed, decision reserved. Second public hearing is a public hearing in reference to amending Chapter 2, Article 4, Section 2-8 of the Town of Babylon Uniform Code of Traffic Ordinances. I don't have any cards, so I'll take a motion from Councilman Martinez, second by Councilman McSweeney. To close and reserve, all those in favor? Aye. Opposed? Hearing is closed, decision reserved. Third public hearing is a public hearing in reference to amending Chapter 3, Article 2, Sections 3-4 of the Town of Babylon Uniform Code of Traffic Ordinances. I don't have any cards, so I'll take a motion from Councilman McSweeney, second by Councilman Gregory. To close and reserve, all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Hearing is closed, decision reserved. Fourth public hearing is a public hearing in reference to amending Chapter 3, Article 2, Section 3-4 of the Town of Babylon Uniform Code of Traffic Ordinances. Don't have any cards on that, so I'll take a motion from Councilman Gregory, second by Councilman Mineta. To close and reserve, all those in favor? Aye. Opposed? Hearing is closed, decision reserved. Fifth public hearing is a public hearing on designating the premises known as 61 Lincoln Avenue, Deer Park, New York, Suffolk County Tax Map Number 0100-118-1-75, a public nuisance, authorizing the boarding up of said premises and authorizing the town attorney to commence litigation. Is there anybody here for the property owner? No? Okay, we'll take a motion to close and reserve from Councilman Martinez, seconded by Councilman McSweeney. All those in favor? Aye. Opposed? Hearing is closed, decision reserved. Sixth public hearing is a public hearing in reference to special exception use permit application of the Oil and Lubricant Depot LLC, Planning Board Job Number 22-28AH. The premises identified by Suffolk County Tax Map Number 0100-201-2-64.038, located on the west side of Court Street, 132 feet north of Ralph Avenue in Copeg. At the applicant's request, this is going to be adjourned till December 20th at 3 p.m. here. So I'll take a motion from Councilman McSweeney, second by Councilman Gregory, to adjourn to December 20th at 3 p.m. All those in favor? Aye. Opposed? Hearing is adjourned to December 20th at 3 p.m. Seventh public hearing is a public hearing in reference to considering a local law to amend provisions of the zoning code related to marijuana-related establishments. That also is going to be adjourned to December 20th at 3 p.m. So I'll take a motion from Councilman Gregory, second by Councilman Mineta, to adjourn. All those in favor? Aye. Opposed? That's adjourned till December 20th at 3 p.m. Eighth public hearing is a public hearing on a proposed local law. I don't have any cards for that, so I'll take a motion from Councilman Mineta, second by Councilman Martinez, to close and reserve. All those in favor? Aye. Opposed? Hearing is closed. Decision reserved. Ninth public hearing is a public hearing in reference to amending the Code of the Town of Babylon, Chapter 213, Articles 14G, Industrial District. That's also going to be adjourned till December 20th at 3 p.m. So I'll take a motion from Councilman Martinez, second by Councilman McSweeney, to adjourn. All those in favor? Aye. Opposed? That's adjourned to December 20th at 3 p.m. Public hearing number 10 is public hearing in reference to amending the Code of the Town of Babylon, Chapter 1, General Provisions, Chapter 99, Coastal Erosion, Chapter 106, Dogs and Other Animals, Chapter 108, Dredging, Chapter 125, Flood Damage Control, Chapter 133, Solid Waste Management, Chapter 137, Historic Preservation, Chapter 153, Multiple Dwellings, Chapter 156, Noise, Chapter 157, Notices and Certificates of Assessment, Chapter 162, pawnbrokers and secondhand dealers. Chapter 166, personal property sale of. Chapter 173, public assembly places. Chapter 180, taxi cabs and vehicles for hire. Chapter 189, stormwater management and erosion and sediment control. Chapter 190, storm sewers, illicit discharges, activities and connections. And Chapter 213, zoning. I don't have any cards, so I'll take a motion from Councilman McSweeney, second by Councilman Gregory to close and reserve. All those in favor? Aye. Opposed? Hearing is closed. Decision reserved. 11th public hearing is a public hearing on designating the premises known as 354 Comac Road, Deer Park, New York, 11729, Suffolk County Tax Map Number 0100-66-2-19.001. A public nuisance authorizing the boarding up of said premises and authorizing the town attorney to commence litigation. For the applicant, for the property owner? Yes, just come on up and please just state your name and address for the record. This is a hearing that was adjourned from a previous town board meeting to this as a control date. And you could pull that microphone close. Yeah.
Yvonne Randazzo, Randazzo, Long to Manillo, 124th Avenue, Bay Shore, New York.
Great, so you're representing the
the
property owner?
Yes.
So this is a control date for today, and since the last date, we were made aware of an incident. Oh, Mr. Guarino, you want to come up? Yeah, why don't you just, that way, and I'm not sure, Ms. Randazzo, if you're aware of additional activities that have taken place at the location.
So this matter was last heard on August 30th, 2023. It was adjourned to September 20th. The adjournment was for Jorge Rosario and I to meet with Karen Svensson to see if we could get this matter resolved and fixed. They did relate to us that they were going to do certain things to the exterior to make it look better and to address the issues that we had. Based on that, the hearing was adjourned till today to give them some time to get some traction.
Sure.
In the interim, on November 28th, there was an incident at the hotel where someone barricaded themselves into the room. Police officers were called. It went on for many, many hours. Eventually, he did surrender. He caused a tremendous amount of damage to one of the interior of the rooms. In addition, there was some sort of domestic violence incident because there was a woman inside. I do have the police report for
Could you submit that up for the
Yes.
record?
I'll give you a copy. I do have a police report with respect to the vandalism. I do not have a police report with respect to the domestic violence because
Well,
they're trying to
We're going to
protect.
keep this record open.
Yeah, they're gonna try to
My intention is to adjourn this to another date, because it's going to be your client's lucky day today, when I tell you what we've got in store. So, we'll make all that information available, but to be made part of this record, so we
Right.
can keep a running record of the incidents that have
And
occurred.
I did give a
That incident on the 28th of November involved Suffolk Police Department helicopter, involved K-9, involved a big response that took away from the police response to the community in general because they were all preoccupied over at the Deer Park Motel. So that was a big problem because it was right after Thanksgiving. There were a lot of families in town, and people really just said to us, we're tired of this at this, we're exhausted at this. So the good news is that Suffolk County, and I know your client is here, so I want him to hear this as well, and we need to have a further conversation, but Suffolk County just provided $1.5 million in a grant directly to the Town of Babylon Fire Chiefs Association. And that was with the intention of the Town of Babylon being able to work with the Fire Chiefs Association to purchase the property, remove the structure, and create a Town of Babylon firefighters and first responders museum on that site. It will be the perfect site. The grant comes from the county's Jump Start program, which is designed for downtown revitalizations, We consider Deer Park to be the largest hamlet in the town by population and area, and also the fact that it has a number of what are called downtowns. So typical Deer Park, everyone thinks of 231, and the stores that run along Deer Park Avenue from St. Nichols Road down to Bayshore Road. This is another area that the county has done a lot of investment into, both in terms of the roadway improvements as well as the town has done investments working with local developers for redevelopment of the area. If you just take a look at the area, the Lidl, the Bola gas station, the new Panera Bread, there's been a number of improvements made over there. Your clients is not one of them. We've been, I think, very patient and understanding. We also recognize that it's a very difficult business to be in, and it's one that we don't believe meets what we would like to see done there, which is why the county approved the application for the $1.5 million. So we're going to reach out to you, and I don't know if you would be handling a real estate. I know Long Tumanello handles a lot of.
Yeah, Karen Svensson.
Yeah.
Who was going to be here today, she handles that. So
That's
that would
great.
be
So we'll reach out to Karen, and I strongly suggest that, I know there's a couple of brothers, I think, or. You can come on up, yeah, because you'll be the one making the deal, so. And just identify yourself for the record.
Sam Patel.
Mr. Patel.
On November 28th, happened, we didn't even rent the room to that guy. He's not supposed to be in that room.
But Mr. Patel, here's the story. You have an operation there that you're going to have these things happen.
Of course, yeah. I mean,
And so look,
I'm trying my best
we're not commenting and saying that you're not trying. Unfortunately, it's just not going to work there. It hasn't worked there for years. We've tried. You've owned it, I think you said 20 years?
25 years.
25 years?
25 years.
So look, and I think we've been more than cooperative and working with you. We've been over there. So again, we're not going to discuss what we need to discuss in private because that's going to be a real estate transaction as opposed to a public hearing on a public nuisance. But for right now, we're in this public nuisance hearing. We're continuing to put evidence on the record of what that property could be declared a public nuisance under town code, and we'd rather work with your attorneys, or you have very qualified attorneys. That office has been in existence for a very long time, and we'll be able to work with you on that.
I'm here.
So we're going to, yes, and we're going to adjourn this today to a date, probably I would put it on, what's the second meeting in February? Yeah, we'll adjourn it to the second meeting in February. Okay?
It's fine.
Thank you, and thank you for coming on.
Yeah. And
Okay, February 14th, that's appropriate, right? So we'll take a motion to adjourn this till February 14th. Motion made by Councilman Mineta, second by Councilman Martinez. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? This hearing is going to be adjourned till February 14th. Thank you. You better remember your wife. Okay, that's it for the public hearings. I don't have any cards on the agenda, so I'll go right to the agenda. We have the consensus resolution agenda. Are there any items that need to be removed from the consensus resolution agenda? So I'll take a motion on the consensus resolution agenda as listed.
I'll offer the consensus resolution agenda.
I second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Consensus resolution agenda is approved as listed. Resolutions for today, Resolution 878.
I offer resolution 878.
Second.
All those in favor? Opposed? Resolution's approved. And Resolution 879.
Make a motion to approve.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Resolution's approved. That's it for the resolutions. We'll go to the open portion to the cards. Austin Kitt. And just state your name and address for the record, and you have 3 minutes. Sure.
My name is Austin Kitt, 167 Araka Road. I have a speech prepared. It is shameful that all of you can sit up here and pretend that you aren't aware of the absolute abomination of humanity that is going on in Babylon Village. A few of you actually live in the village of Babylon. You have personal relationships with the mayor, Mary Adams. For those of you who don't know my story, my name is Austin Kitt. I'm a property owner in the village of Babylon. Me and my father purchased an exquisite bayfront property in the heart of Babylon Village 4 years ago, and our lives have never been the same ever since we did that. The village mayor, building inspector, and numerous members of the village building department did everything that they possibly could to intentionally delay us, frustrate us, and harass us. On top of that, the building inspector, Stephen Fellman, inspected and signed off on a defectively built home 8 times. This is not hearsay, this is fact, and has been proven by 3 independent engineer reports. Stephen Fellman, the village inspector and code enforcer, is a product of his upbringing. His father and his uncle were both politically connected, and his uncle was actually the former chairman of the Republican Party of the town of Babylon. Both his father and his uncle were arrested in 1971 for stealing funds from the town of Babylon. The village mayor, Mary Adams, is a real estate owner within the village. She owns and operates her business, Century 21 Adams, simultaneously while operating as a mayor. Many of her Century 21 Adams employees also work for the village building department. Most days you will find Mary Adams' SUV parked in front of her Century 21 Adams real estate business while her staff handles the daily operations of our village building department. To say this is a conflict of interest would be an understatement, but her aggressive and unhinged actions towards us and this situation have been borderline criminal. Shortly after I submitted my engineer's report to the village, the mayor set up a private meeting with the builder who destroyed my home, N. Stephen Fellman. On this day, by the grace of God, I just happened to walk into the village building department and literally catch them in the act of hosting this private meeting. I spoke to the mayor in her office that day and questioned her as to why my builder was there. She denied that he was there and basically forced her secretary to confirm this. It was later discovered that the builder was in fact there. His attorney verified this. The building contractor who took my hard-earned money and destroyed my home is Joseph Pinola. He is the nephew of notorious Colombo family crime boss, Sonny Francis. Pinola and Fellman know each other prior to this project from their dealings in Farmingdale Village. Pinola lied about his prior relationship under oath in his deposition, then later confirmed. Joseph Pinola, Mary Adams, and Steve Fellman have been desperately trying to cover up this mess for the past year, and anyone with a brain can see this for what it is.
So, Mr. Kitt, can you wrap up?
Why is that?
Your 3 minutes is up.
You don't like what you're hearing?
No, you can turn in your speech. We'll make it part of the record. Okay?
I think the world would like to hear the rest of the speech.
Well, you can turn it in, okay? So your 3 minutes is up.
Why, right when I get to the good stuff?
So I don't have any other speakers, so I'll take a motion to adjourn. Second by Councilman Gregory. All those in favor? Aye. Opposed? Meeting is adjourned. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Schaefer.